So, at the time of recording, we're about 24 hours out from BlizzConline, and in the UK, I'm just getting ready to go to bed when I notice on MMO Champion that there has been a massive leak, and it would appear that, but presumably by mistake, Blizzard have released confirmation of the fact that we will be getting a Burning Crusade Classic, as well as a few details that have also been made available to us. So I thought I'd quickly get this information out to you guys. Chances are we'll get it in full tomorrow at BlizzConline. But in the meantime, here's what we know now from the leak. Now, first things first, of course, the first thing that we know is that there is going to be a TBC Classic. Up to this point, we've been very confident in this, but we didn't know for sure. With this leak, we can now pretty much say that it is set in stone, and 24 hours from now, I am absolutely certain that we'll be able to say that with 100% certainty. But moving on from that, this information did actually come from a blue post that I'll have up on the screen for you now, and we can actually get a few other nuggets of information from here. So if we have a quick look, the most notable thing that we're going to be taking a look at is the second to last bullet point, which reads, "Choose your era." Prior to Burning Crusade Classic's release, WoW Classic players can decide whether to advance each of their characters to the Burning Crusade era with the rest of their realm, or to continue to play the original WoW Classic content on new Classic era servers. Now, this is actually massive because this is information that we were all desperate for with regards to how TBC was going to roll out. From the wording that we got here, it would seem to me as though what they're actually electing to do is to keep the current servers and have them progress to TBC, but with the option provided to you where you have to opt into that, otherwise your characters would be moved off to a classic server, i.e. the new servers that you can transfer your characters to that will remain classic forever. One thing that I am happy about with regards to this leak is that it does confirm that the guide that I made for TBC prep is 100% accurate. I did say that if we didn't get to have our WoW TBC release in a way that was relevant to that guide, I would remake it. However, this confirms that the guide that I made is completely up to date and eligible for use, so I will link it in a card up in the top right corner for you now, and I highly recommend checking it out. Now, I think that this could have been worded better, and of course I'm sure it will get more clarity tomorrow at BlizzCon Online. However, what this wording actually leaves open to interpretation is how they're going to get us all onto a new TBC server, as it does suggest that we are going to be having a new Classic era server, but also that we would be advancing each of our characters onto the Burning Crusade with the rest of our realm, which does suggest that the realm itself will be moving on to TBC with the ability to move off of it. That is my interpretation, but I don't think that's absolutely crystal clear as of just yet, but hopefully within 24 hours that will be the most obvious question to be answered at all of the question times and the Q&As in BlizzConline. Now, the other big point that we're going to be able to take from this is that we are going to have a phase system much the same as we did in Classic. Now, this phase system is something that I'm hoping we'll get a lot of clarity on at BlizzConline, as all that's actually confirmed here is that we are going to be getting one. And the only wording in the blue post relating to this is that it will be a phased system at a cadence paced for the WoW Classic community. Now, again, open to interpretation, but I personally believe that this means that they're going to actually be taking a look at the TBC rollout from when it originally came out and actually changing it from there, as I believe that what they're getting at when they say that they are going to be pacing it for the WoW Classic community is suggesting that if they had the original release schedule that they had for TBC, then a lot of the content would be completed within a couple of weeks, if not less, as people are now going to have all of the knowledge of the last 15 years in order to be able to make their preparations and know exactly where to go and what to do in order to be most efficient. If I were to take a stab in the dark, I would guess that we're going to have all of the raid tiers be released as the perceptions of them were, i.e. as opposed to having everything available from start. I imagine phase 1 is probably going to be Karazhan, Mags, as well as Gruul's, and then moving on from there we'll get Tempest Keep and Battle for Mount Hyjal, and then Black Temple, and then Sunwell. That would be my guess as to the order. Again, hopefully we find something out with regards to this tomorrow, but any which way I am extremely excited about this news, as it is most notably going to be that we are going to be progressing our characters from Classic. That is the big takeaway that we're getting from this reveal, and I hope that we get more information tomorrow. But guys, that's going to about do it for this one. Just a short and sweet one for you today. I wanted to get this news out to you as quick as possible. And if you did enjoy the video, or if you want to be kept up for the video that follows the TBC announcement tomorrow, then please do consider subscribing to the channel. But as for now guys, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Later.